Good morning. I'm so excited to come your way once again on Maximizing Life with Dr. Maxwell Ubah. And today we'll be bringing this series to a conclusion. The series that we started on the 7 foundational beliefs. 7 foundational beliefs for achieving your wildest dreams. So I want to thank you for joining me. You understand, today I want to thank you for being with me on this series. We've started this journey so many weeks ago. Today is actually the 8th week, and we've covered quite a lot of things. Yesterday we dealt with dealing with obstacles and challenges, and you understand, last week we dealt with dealing with obstacles, challenges, and personal mistakes. And somebody walked up to me and said, thank you for that episode. So I want to thank you for staying with me over the last 8 weeks. You understand, making it a date with me over the last 8 weeks. And I want to say I'm grateful for your time, for your presence. For me, it has been also a journey. There are things I have discovered as I prepared for the seminar every Saturday morning. In fact, the one I covered in May, the principles of work, I actually wrote a book. It's not here. Okay, I actually wrote a book on the principles of work, the 5 fundamental principles of work. But as I started teaching the series, I discovered quite a lot of things, and right now I am rewriting that particular book. So if you did not make it a date with me, perhaps the second edition of that book will not come forth. So I want to say thank you. What have we covered so far? We said, number 1, you understand, your wildest dreams are achievable. That was the foundation of what we covered. Then we now went into different aspects. The first thing is that life is fair. That's what we said. Second thing is that you need to take responsibility. We talked about that concept of taking responsibility, and we covered quite a lot. You understand, I was born for this. We talked about being the best in the world. We've covered quite a lot of things. You understand, being the best in the world, dealing with personal mistake, finding your purpose, and every other thing that we've covered today. So I want to ask you here before I continue, tell me one thing in this series that has been a blessing to you. One thing in the series that has been a blessing to you. Then I will tell you what the 7th foundational belief. Tell me one thing in the series that has resonated, was a blessing, hit home, was for you an epiphany. One thing in the series that was a blessing to you. I want to thank everybody on the call today. So is there anything in this series so far that has been a blessing to you? Anything in the series? So I would like to take comments, if there are comments, so that I can read the comment out. I can find out what in the series has been a blessing to you. So today is the conclusion of the series. And what am I covering today? You understand, the title of today's message, the title of today's topic, the title of the conclusion, which is 7th foundational belief, is it's never too late to succeed. That's the title. It's never too late to succeed. You know, we've covered a lot of things. We've looked at even personal mistakes last week, and sometimes people get to that point where, because of the mistakes they make in their life, they write off their chances. I come this morning with an encouragement that even if you are 40 or 50 on the call, it's never too late to accomplish your goals. Obama became president of America, maybe in his 40s, if I'm right. When did Trump become president? When did Joe Biden become president? In his 70s, that was when Joe Biden became president. So the lesson here is, I might achieve it in my 30s, somebody else might achieve it in his 40s, another person might achieve it in his 50s. It's never too late, you understand, to accomplish your goals and become your dreams. I don't think there's anybody here that is 60s or 70s. Even if you are 60s or 70s, you can draw courage, hope from the fact that Colin Harlan Sanders, the man who started KFC at age 65. You understand, that was when he started KFC. You can also draw confidence, hope encouragement from Vera Wang. Everybody knows Vera Wang, the actress, that not the fashion designer. You understand, exotic designs. In fact, one of wedding dresses, Vera Wang, and all the things. But she started designing at age 40. She didn't start in her 20s. She didn't start in her 30s. So if you are 40 here and there's a dream in your heart, then just understand that Vera Wang started designing at 40. Colonel Helen Sanders started KFC at age 65, and he went through over 1,000 rejections. You know, last week we talked about rejections. Over 1,000 rejections before he started KFC. Winston Churchill became prime minister at age 65. Grandma Moses started painting, you understand, in her 70s. This was a woman that had an artistic flair, but because of raising kids and the rest, she buried those dreams. Now, when her children grew up and went out, she now started at 70. She went back to her dream, and by the time she was in her 75 and the rest, her paintings were selling for thousands of dollars. I like what Bernard says, acknowledging that I'm responsible for my mistakes and being able to pick up and take responsibility for all my actions. Fantastic. In fact, that's a very powerful revelation there, Bernard, that you are responsible. Even though somebody might have influenced you and the rest, you eventually took the decision. And once you understand I am responsible for my mistake, you can now take responsibility for all the actions going forward. So we've talked about people who started very late. Abraham, when did Abraham start his journey? At 75. Even Abraham made a mistake, but guess what? At age 99, after 13 years of silence, you understand, God came back to him. So it's never too late. Moses was called at age 40. He went out, made a mistake, and for 40 years there was silence. But at age 80, God came back again and gave Moses a second chance, a third chance. And these are people who did not start early. You know, there are people we see, they succeeded in their 15s, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, and sometimes when you think about that, you think that it is over for you. The message I bring this morning, which is the 7th foundation, I believe that it's never too late. So wherever you are right now, you can start your own journey to success and to greatness. So I've given you people who started late, and you might know one or two people who started late also. People who started at 40s, at 50s, at 60s, you understand? And today we are celebrating them. I think Anthony Robbins said something that is very powerful, that many people underestimate, you understand, what they can achieve, overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year, but underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years. So they overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can achieve in 10 years, which is the concept of the long-term view. Keeping the big picture before you and telling yourself that it's never too late to start again. And pacing yourself. I might be 40 over the next decade, so you can have a decade-long goal. This is 2021. Before the end of before 2030, if God tarries, you understand, if we're keeping us alive, and you can set that goal. This can be for you the decade of greatness. This can be for you the decade that turns everything around for you. So I'd like to read a poem this morning. It's a poem that talks about age, success, dreams, and goals. It's a poem that was written by a guy called Samuel Allman, you understand, and General Douglas MacArthur. I think the General Douglas MacArthur was sent to Japan after the World War, and he saw that poem and printed the poem, and he quoted it so often that people now started attributing it to General Douglas MacArthur. But actually the poem was written by a guy called Samuel Allman, and he talks about dreams, he talks about goals. And when I finish the poem, I will tell you 4 things, you understand, using the Olympics that would help you in the pursuit of your dreams. Today, like I said, is the conclusion of the seven foundational beliefs. The poem says, nobody grows old by merely living a number of years. People grow old only by deserting their ideals. Wow, that years wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul. Wow. I think each verse is something that we should pause and listen to, because we are talking about it's never too late to begin. People started at 80. People started at 75. People started at 65. People started at 40. Even if you've made mistakes, it's never too old. He said nobody grows old by merely living a number of years. That people grow old only by deserting their ideals. Years wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul. It says worry, doubt, self-distrust, fear, and despair. These are the quick equivalents of the long years that bow the head and turn the growing spirit back to dust. Wow, this is an amazing. I need you to focus on the third paragraph. It's so powerful because I want you to just listen and just ruminate over this. So that's why I'm taking this slow. It says whether 70 or 16, there is in every being's heart the love of wonder, the sweet amazement of the stars, and the star-like things and thoughts, the undoubted challenge of events, the unfailing childlike appetite for what next. Whether you're 16 or 70, there's the what next. You understand? You want to explore the next phase of your life. He said you are as young as your faith, as old as your doubt, as young as your self-confidence, as old as your fear, as long as your hope, as old as your despair. You are as long as your faith, you understand, as long as your faith, as old as your doubt, you understand. Somebody said, I changed my thinking by believing that I can only make things possible by making move, because whatever I'm dreaming has been achieved by someone. Yeah, exactly. So I have to do more. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's what the guitar string guy is saying. Thank you. Thank you, guitar boy strings. Thank you. And that says, so long as your heart receives messages of beauty, cheer, courage, grandeur, and power from the earth, from man and from the infinite, so long are you young. So if I listen to you and listen to the things that you say, if you're still dreaming of your future, dreaming of excellence, dreaming of becoming great, dreaming of succeeding, he says you are young. But the day you stop dreaming of success, the day you stop dreaming of what next, the day you stop dreaming of the next level of greatness, he said that day is when you start growing old. And whether you're 70 or 16, the day you stop dreaming of the next achievement, the next goal, what's next, he said that day is the day you actually start growing old. That years might wrinkle the face, but lack of enthusiasm will wrinkle the soul. So that's what he said. He said, when all the wires are done and all the central places of your heart are covered with the snows of pessimism and the eyes of cynicism, then and only then are you grown old indeed. And may God have mercy on your soul. I like what he said, that nobody ever goes old by living a number of years, that people go old only by deserting their ideals. You understand? Hey, okay, so thank you. Somebody says, so that I can be unique in my own way. I like Bimbo Jams. I've always thought that life is not perfect, but now I understand better. Thank you. At least there's something that you've learned. So today, as I'm bringing this to a close, I'm just saying to you here, it's never too late for you to succeed. It's never. You can start at 40, you can start at 50, you can start at 60. It's never too late. Because if we've covered everything and somebody here is saying, I wish I knew this earlier. Yes, I wish some of the things I am learning I knew 10 years ago, I knew 20 years ago, I knew 30 years ago. But imagine it, that what 10, 20 years ago I didn't know that, but right now I know the things that I know. So I can make the next 10 years of my life the most important 10 years of my life. I can make the next 20 years of my life the most important 20 years of my life. Life can actually begin now for you. You understand? That's what I mean. You can rewrite your success story. And I want to take you to the Olympics that we just concluded. I wrote this so many years ago in my book called The 7 Great Life Lessons. I wrote this, you understand, so many years ago. My powerful strategies for accomplishing your goal. And I said the Olympics for me is amazing. Every day I watch the Olympics, you understand. There are people who we never knew. All of a sudden, their names are written on the annals of history. You understand. People get to that point. You know, let's even take Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt was in Athens in 2004, and he ran the 200 as an 18-year-old boy and did not even qualify through the heat. 2004. Has Usain Bolt given up on his dreams, giving up on the ability to succeed? But he said Usain Bolt left Athens 2004 and said to himself that my name will be on the, you understand, on the annals of history. I will stand on the podium of the Olympics. Because I saw other people. Yes, I might be an 18-year-old boy, but I saw other people and they made that determination. That is when life starts, when you make the determination to succeed, irrespective of your past experience. And today, the rest is history. man that has won, you understand, on athletics. He won 9 gold medals, even though one was straight from him because one of his teammates was found positive in terms of doping tests. And he has 8 gold medals to his name. He has Olympic records, the 100 meter, the 200 meter to his name. And we're looking for the next person. It's the same principle here. Every Olympic provides an opportunity. And there are 4 things. Every time I hear on your marks, get set, go, there are 4 things that comes to mind. There are 4 things that resonate with me. The first is go, prove your worth. 4 years of preparation boils down to 10 seconds. In fact, less than 10 seconds if it's the 100 meters. If it's the 200 meters, less than 20 seconds. And everything that you have done, every preparation. So we know people who have prepared or people who have not prepared, that at the blast of the whistle, life says, go and prove your worth. Show the world what you are made of. And I say to you that every day that you wake up, life is giving you that same thing. Go prove your worth. Show the world. You've learned lessons so far. Now, Olympics is not about preparation. It's about example, showing people what you have done. Like Muhammad Ali says, that champions are not made in the ring. They are recognized in the ring. They are made in their own times of, during the times of preparation, in their should I call it not workshop, but in their gyms and the rest, where people cannot see the sweat and the dust and the sacrifices. But when they enter the ring, it tells us that these people have been prepared. You've learned lessons so far in the last 7-8 weeks. Now the blast of the whistle says, go and prove to the world that you've learned some lessons in the last 8 weeks. The second thing that Go says is that it's equal opportunity. Notice this. Nobody starts before the other person. Everybody starts from ground zero. Everybody is on your marks. Everybody is get set. Then everybody hears the go at the same time. And that's the concept of equal opportunity. But who wins is a function of the person who has prepared to a large extent, who is ready for that opportunity. The same thing here I'm telling you here is that life is giving us an equal opportunity. There is nobody, let me say this, when it comes to the Olympic, it doesn't matter what you do in preparation and the rest. When it comes to the Olympic, it's an equal leveler. In the same vein, that's one thing you need to believe, that yes, some people might have practiced in the UK, you understand, with a lot of funding. The reason why I like the Olympics is that there's no nation that dominates it. In swimming, you have Chinese winning, you have Russians winning, you have Americans winning. A South African lady set a world record in the 200 meter, I think, breaststroke. In different areas, in athletics, you have people from Africa, Kenyans, you have people from Italy, you understand, you have people across board. Notice this here, their preparations were not the same. Some of them were fully funded. When I mean fully funded, if you stay in developed countries like America, like Germany, like UK, there's a bit of funding compared to some African countries. Yes, we understand that, but some Africans won gold medal at the expense of the Americans and at the expense of the Europeans. And that's the lesson of equal opportunity. Yes, you might have more resources, your starting position might be different, but in the word go is equal opportunity. So can I say this to you? Nobody has a better chance of success. In that blast of the whistle, nobody has a better chance of success than you. And once you begin to understand this, that nobody has a better chance of success than you in Nigeria, in Africa, wherever you are. The person might be in America, but it's okay. Nobody has a better chance of success. If you are prepared effectively, nobody has a better chance. So there are Spanish people that are billionaires, that there are Nigerians that are billionaires, there are Americans that are in poverty. Nobody has a better chance. So Go says it's equal opportunity. Whatever happens is equal. We are starting afresh. Let me give you an example. When I entered med school in University of Lagos College of Medicine in 1990, there are people who came from A levels. I didn't finish the SS system. By SS1, I had all my papers. By SS2, I wrote JAMB. I entered University of Lagos 1990. And because people have done A levels, what we do in year one is basically A level mathematics, you understand, and some other things. So the people who did A levels were superstars, so to speak. I passed, I didn't fail, you understand. I had some A's, I had some B's, you understand, I didn't fail, but they had an advantage over us. over us, because they did A-levels before they came to school. But when we entered College of Medicine, it was an equal opportunity. It was an equal leveler. None of us had done biochemistry before. None of us has done anatomy before. None of us, you understand, even though we did a bit of biology, but physiology is completely different from biology, you understand? So it was an equal opportunity. So some of the people who were stars in year 1 started struggling from year 2 because it was an equal. What you knew in year 1, you understand, is not relevant in year 2. Year 2 says it's an equal opportunity. Then that is where we'll know who is really ready, who is really, in inverted comma, intelligent. And some of us became the stars, you understand, because it was an equal opportunity. I needed to see life as a leveler. That's what I need you to see life as a leveler. In that word, go is equal. Nobody in the Olympics will say somebody, you put 100 meters. You know, sometimes I've wondered in the 400 meters or the 200 meters, why is it that some people are in front of some others? Why is it that? Is it fair? Why is some people in front? But when you understand that by the time you run through the feed, from where you start to where you would end is 400 meters or is 200 meters, they would have calculated it. So the person on the lane 7 doesn't have a better advantage with the person in lane 1. People have won from lane 2 and people have won from lane 9. It's the concept of equal opportunity. Are there some lanes that are better, interesting? Of course. If I'm in lane 4, I can see the people in front of me. If I'm in lane 9, I can't see anybody behind me. But Van Nickel, last Olympics, you understand, London, I think London 2016 or something. Last Olympics, it was from lane 9, he broke the 400 meter record. Go! Equal opportunity is the second thing. And you need to understand that life doesn't give any other person a better opportunity than what you have. Life measures the opportunity and gives that to you. Point number 3 is golden opportunity. In that word, in the blast of the goal, is an opportunity to write your name in the annals of history. Golden opportunity. The Italian that won the 100 meters, golden. The first Italian to win in so many years. In fact, the first European in how many is almost 30 years plus. Americans, you understand, and Jamaicans are the people dominating that. But an Italian wrote his name as the winner of the 100 meters. And I think it was Italy that also won the 4x100. Now he has 2 gold medals. That was a golden opportunity. And for each one of us, life is giving us an opportunity to write our names on the annals. Life is giving us an opportunity to stand on the podium of life. There's opportunity. We don't have a preference. You understand? It's an opportunity for you to show the world. And once you show the world, we take you and we begin to celebrate you. So Ellen Thurston Herald at 100 and 200 meters and 4x100. The world will begin to celebrate her as the next big thing. But she grabbed that opportunity. And I say to you, this today can mark the beginning of a new golden opportunity in your life. So point number 3 says it's a golden opportunity. And every day you wake up, life gives you a golden opportunity to start afresh, a golden opportunity to rewrite your name in the annals of history, a golden opportunity. The question is, would you grab the opportunity and would you run with the opportunity? And the final, which I like so much, is that go, you can do it. You never get to the Olympics until you pass a basic qualifying mark. You never get to the finals of the Olympics until you pass. So if you do long jump, for example, there's a qualifying mark. You understand, you must jump. If you do shot put, there's a qualifying mark. Even in the 100-meter race, you must run, you understand, you can't run 11 seconds as a man and be qualified for the Olympics. No, there's a qualifying mark. So everybody who entered the Olympics has met the basic minimum qualifying mark. And so everybody in equal opportunity has equal opportunity to succeed. Everybody has that. And guess what will happen? It's just sometimes the concept of time and chance. But the fact that you are there means that you have the capability to win gold. The fact that you are there means that you have the capability. We have, is it Blessing that won silver in wrestling, and as a Brumer that won bronze in long jump. The fact that you are there, and she missed it by 0.03. She jumped 6.9 7.97. The person who won gold jumped 7.00. Just 3 centimeters. So she's just 3 centimeters small. She would have won gold. So that's the lesson here, that you can. If anybody has an opportunity to succeed, to win gold, to be the best, to become a billionaire, you understand, to pastor a church with 5,000, 10,000 people, that person can be you. So point number 4 says go, and you can do it. And that's my admonition to you this morning. You understand, it's never too late to start again. And lessons from the Olympic, 4 lessons. That number 1, go prove your worth. Show the world what you know. Show the world what you've learned. You understood. Number 2, the concept of go is equal opportunity. Don't be intimidated. Equal opportunity. Concept number 3 is go, golden opportunity. You understand. And concept number 4 is go, you can do it. It's on that note I'd like to bring this series to a close. You understand. On that note, or I want to bring this series to a close, you understand, to tell you, now you've learned the concept of life is fair, that people who succeed take responsibility, which is the concept of, we've talked about the concept of responsibility. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. We talked about I was born for this. We talked about what you are good at, being the very best in the world. We've covered a lot of concepts. It's now for you to take the concept, go back to the videos, watch the videos again, and take the concept and run with the concept. We'll be starting with a new series, but we'll communicate that when the time is right, because we'll be going on the YouTube page. I've done this only on Instagram. We'll be moving to the YouTube page. You understand? So we're putting all the things together so that the link that we'll be sending to you will be the YouTube page, and we'll be sharing it from the YouTube page. So I want to say thank you for joining me. I hope you learned something today. You understand that it's never too late to begin. It's never too late to accomplish your dreams. It's never too late to start. Nobody has a better opportunity for you to succeed. Every day is a golden opportunity that life gives you. And you know what somebody said, as I bring this to a close, one of my favorite quotes is that the years will reveal what the days will never teach. What do I mean? So I want to say here, the years will reveal. Now, greatness is not achieved by planning. It's achieved by taking action. Thank you, Ndubisi. You understand, very timely and extremely encouraging. Thank you for that. You see, greatness, that people of actions are the catalyst of change in every generation. So we've had so much, we've soaked so much. It's time to put it into action. So I said that the years will reveal what the days will never teach. What is the meaning there? You see, the days, what you have is 24 hours. That's what you have. But you see, 24 hours doesn't look significant. It looks so small. But if you waste the first 24 hours, waste the next 24 hours, before you know it, you'd have wasted a week, you'd have wasted a month, you'd have wasted a year, you'd have wasted 10 years of your life. And that's why in that sense, when you now look back 10 years after, you ask yourself, so what have I done with 10 years of my life? You know why? It says the years would reveal what the days would never teach. The years, thank you, Bernard, thank you. The years will reveal what the days will never teach. So one principle of success, just like the Olympics is go 10 seconds, the 200 meters is 40 seconds, the 400 meters is less than 45 seconds. You understand? It's less than a minute. It's less than a minute. 100, 200, and 400 meters. I know that people that do decathlon and they do a lot of events, heptathlon and all that. I know that people that run the marathon and all that. But take the most significant event in the Olympics is actually the 100-meter event, and it's less than 10 seconds. Now, it means that we need to start learning to maximize the time before us. You understand? Maximize your day. If you want to maximize your life, you need to start by maximizing your day. If you want to maximize this decade, you need to take every day seriously, and you need to do something today that pushes you forward towards your goals and your dreams. Something that pushes you forward, something that motivates you. Sometimes you need somebody to check up on you, so you need to have what I call an accountability partner. You understand? Call somebody and say, this is what I'm trying to do. I need you to check up on me. So let me give you a typical example. I went to speak in the church on the principles of work. So when I finished speaking on the church, I talked about my book and that I'm thinking of reworking on it. And somebody walked up to me and said, Maxwell, I want 150 copies when the second edition is out. And I said, thank you very much. This happened in June. And I said, thank you very much. And I said to the person, it might be out before the end of July. July was a month I was busy, there's quite a lot of things happened in my life in the month of July, with training, with work, and some, you understand, experiences. Then the person called me in August and said to me, Maxwell, and then I was in class, I called him back. He said, I'm just following up to find out if the book is out so that I can take my 150 copies. Wow, that was for me the motivation, the gush that said, okay, Maxwell, you've been postponing this, it's time to go back on it and finish. So 2 days ago, I started working on the book, and we're working on the book so that the new edition can be out. Now, that person gave me a bit of energy to try and complete the book. There's somebody waiting, 150 copies, waiting to take 150 copies of this book. So don't keep it waiting. So what am I saying here? Sometimes you might need somebody who can hold you a bit accountable. Sometimes I tell my wife the things I'm doing, and that push from somebody else to say, this is my dream, and this is what I want to do every day, or at least once a week, in order to accomplish the dream. And once the person begins to follow you up and you are truthful to the person, then you find out that you'll find the energy to keep to the goals and the plans that you've had. So please look for an accountability partner. Tell the person that this is what I'm trying to do. I need you to check up on me from time to time, and ensure that every day, every week, you are doing something in line with your dreams. Speed is not just, you understand, you need to, especially when you are talking about this, do consistency becomes the mother of success and excellence. My name is Dr. Maxwell Ubah. I'd like to thank you for joining me, you understand, and for keeping me on my toes, because every time you come in, for me, I know I need to find something new to share with you. And this has been, for me, I didn't teach this to you. Yes, I know that eventually you benefited from this, but in teaching this, for me also, it was an eye-opener. Coming to that realization that life is fair, it wasn't easy for me to accept. Even for me, it was the biggest struggle for me. I said, but when I looked at it, I said, Maxwell, think about it. There are certain decisions that people took that you didn't take. There's something, you understand, opportunities that they maximized that they didn't. They took their Goliath by storm. You cowered in fear, and so people are singing about David's name, and people are not singing about your name. The simple reason is that somebody stepped out and was counted, and you didn't step out. So this is where I bring this series to a close. God bless you for making it today with me. I am Dr. Maxwell Ubah. We'll communicate the new time, because I got feedback that, so I got two feedback. Number one, sometimes it's 45-50 minutes. Can we keep it to 30 minutes? So so the last 3 episodes were just 30-35 minutes. I'm already done. Number two is the timing. Can we move it to the evening, so that people that needs to go out in the morning, wedding and all that, events, can we move so that when they come back, I said, okay, since I started this series, I will finish the series on this time. Then the next series, we'll move it in the evening. And I want to do something in the next series on personal transformation. And you understand, I will communicate it, the kind of changes that you need to make in different areas of your life. It will be something that would bless you. Personal transformation. I once ran it as a series so many years ago in church, and I'll take it and I'll extract it and make it as applicable to everyday event, and we'll communicate that when we start. Thank you. Do have a great weekend, and bye.